Hello everyone. Good evening. Hi, this is Fawzan. I work as client service quant in TradeTron. Please confirm if you can hear me. Okay, thanks. Thank you everyone. I'm just sharing my screen with you all. Just let me know if it is visible. Please confirm it if it is visible. Okay. Thank you everyone. Okay, cool. So today we are going to discuss how to create strategies. Okay, and today we are going to discuss about technical analysis strategies like RSI, EMAs. So how to use that, how to use to create your strategies based on that. And we will do something different. Like what we can do is we will check the conditions on technical analysis, and we will build some options strategies or build on that. Okay, so basically what we are doing here is today we will see how to check. Let's say if we are doing analysis on RSI, okay. Suppose if you want to check that if the market is in bullish momentum or bearish momentum, and if the market is in bullish momentum, what positions shall we create to gain the maximum benefit of it? Okay. So we will try to create that, and of course we will try to take the hedging benefits, margin benefits of hedging while creating the strategies. Okay, so we will first start creating it. As usual, this is our entry block, and this is the condition builder where we write the conditions what we want to set, what we want to check. And this is the position block. So in this block we actually usually place the positions which we want to enter once these conditions are getting satisfied. So let's get started. So please make sure while using any of the technical analysis indicator, just make sure to use it under position keyword. Okay. So the reason behind is because we are doing the technical analysis based on the candles, right? So we actually want the position of it. So if you want to take trades basis on the current candle or previous candle or previous of previous candle, okay. So basis on that, we can use position keyword to check that particular indicator on that specified candle. Let's say if you want to check the conditions on current candle, then it is to be a zero. Okay, zero represents current candle. If you want to check the conditions on previous candle, so it should be -1. Okay, so now we will select first position here. Sorry, yeah, we will select here RSI and candle. Let's take as -1. That is previous candle. Okay, so now here in this we can select on RSI and choose the period which we want, 15 period RSI, 14 period RSI, whatever we want. Okay, and here the symbol is nothing but the candle type. Okay, so the default is OHLC candle, but if you want you can either select any of these like Renko or Heiken Ashi or whatever you want. Okay, so I'm keeping it as simple only OHLC candle. With this symbol keyword you can take the instrument name, that is means if you want to check on the instrument base, or if you want to check on futures base, you can select directly futures here. Although these other two keywords are used when the instrument is already traded, but in our case it is not the case, so we will just stick to instrument name. Candle type is the frequency of the candle, time frame of the candle basically, or day candle, week candle, or 1 minute, 2 minute, 5 minute you can select. So like, I'm just keeping it 5 minute. This is the max history candles, means on which number of candles you want to check, the on how many previous candles you want to check your conditions. But in our case, as our RSI period is just 15, so we can select it as 10, or we can even let it be to all only. It does not make any big difference. Okay, so we will select instrument name from here. Let's just check on Nifty, NFO, Nifty 50. Okay, yeah. So now it will check on spot price. But if you want to check it on futures, just do one thing. While selecting NFO Nifty 50, from this drop down, just select current month. Okay, now the conditions will be getting checked on futures. Okay, but if we will remove this current one, it will be checked on spot. I hope it is clear. Okay, so what this condition will return? See, every keyword returns something. Okay, so instead of looking at this complexity, let's just make it simple. What this keyword is actually returning, this simply returning the position of -1 candle, that is position of previous candle. We are taking the previous candle's position and we are checking the RSI value on that. So now we will compare it with any number. Suppose if we want to check for bullish momentum, then we will check if it is greater than 20 or not. Okay, so if RSI is greater than -1 candles, RSI is greater than 20, then we will take a buy position to take the advantage of bullish momentum. Okay, but suppose if you want to check the crossover, like see, many times it happens like previous candle is greater than 20, but the previous to previous candle, it is actually not less than 20, it is also greater than 20. Okay, so it might be possible that the bullish momentum has already continued far away. So if you want to confirm whether this bullish crossover has generated right away, what you can do is you can simply add one more condition here. Similarly, just copy it down. From this way, you can copy the conditions and we will check -2 candle is less than 20 or not. I will change it from -1 to -2 here. Okay. So now what we are comparing is we are comparing the crossover, means previous two candle was below 20 and -1 candle is above 20. It indicates that the bullish crossover, the bullish momentum has just started, has just begun. Okay, this is the interpretation of this. So we'll click on submit button. And if it is happening, what we can do is we will buy one, we will create a spread position, okay, to earn the benefit. So to because the spread positions are means basically a hedge position, so it will give you a margin benefits too. So what we can simply do is click here as NFO. First we'll buy a call underlying as Nifty 50. Quantity should be in lots. Whenever we are trading in options, make sure we are using lots. Okay, and in this what we are doing is we are just buying the ATM. So one position is added. For spread, we will needing another position. So it should be like NFO call. We will select FX here because we want to sell strike ahead. Okay, so this will select out of the money strike. So what we are doing here is basically we are actually selling one lot of call and we are similarly buying at the money put. Okay, so what this position actually do is this position, so the payoff chart generally looks like this. Okay, so you will get the benefit if the market is moving higher. Okay, so if you want to close this position, what we can do is if you want to check that when the RSI is less than 20, less than 80, then we are actually selling our closing our position. So what we can do is we can simply write here position choosing at RSI -1. You can keep it as your 5 minute. If it is less than 80, sorry, greater than 80, similarly we are checking for -2 candle also. This is completely up to you. If you want just for -1 candle, just make a simple one condition only. Don't add the second condition. But I'm just for explaining purpose, I'm just taking -2 candle also. Okay. So if this condition is matching, then we will exit. And from this you can see how we can create a group, because we will also keep a exit condition as our PNL based condition. So what you can do here is you can just simply add this into a group, because we want both of these conditions to be satisfied, and with this condition we also want our PNL condition to be get satisfied. So we will keep it as PNL. I'm just copying it down here, greater than 1000, let's say. So with this our both these two conditions, two exit condition, if this condition is getting satisfied, it will exit, or if the PNL is greater than 1000, then it will exit. Okay, so this is the simple strategy I've created to make you understand how to create a hedge based strategy based on your technical analysis. Okay, so you can ask your doubts if you have any questions. If you have any questions regarding your strategy creation or something like that, you can ask in our chat section. So here Sugapriya Haridas is asking, is it possible to implement this strategy for list of stocks options? Yes, it is possible. It is very much possible. Okay. So if you want, what you can do here is you can simply, instead of this instrument name, here we are selecting it NFO as Nifty 50. So we are checking the conditions on stock. What you can do here is you will select NSE, and here you will search for Nifty 50 list. So it will look like this. So you can notice the difference between these two. Okay, here it is NSE and here it is NFO, and here you will see two lines ahead and after this Nifty 50. So this represents the list. Okay, and this is the spot. So if your conditions are getting checked on list, then what is the difference here is it will check for all those stocks of Nifty 50, and if the RSI is less than 20, then it will take the buy position. It will take the call spread, bull call spread. Okay, just make sure that you are selecting Nifty 50 here also if you are using list, and in this one the list is selected as Nifty 50 automatically. Okay, but if you're using it on spot, you're checking on spot, then it should be no list selected. I hope you're clear. Rahul Tripathi is asking how to increase number of trade in one condition. So Piyush Rastogi is asking, can we create strategy based on options premium? Yes, very much you can do that. So Piyush, what you can do is let's say if you want to take a strike based on an option, suppose I'm taking here an example. Okay, I'm just adding one more condition here. Suppose if you want to take a call whose LTP is 100 rupees. So what you can do here is you will select here is Nifty 50. Okay, and from this strike you will use FX, strike FX. Let's say the quantity is lots and one. Okay, go to FX and type find strike. So with the help of this keyword as find strike, you can find that. First select as Nifty 50 as instrument. This should be LTP. Here you will select a number keyword to mention the number, that is 100, and just specify the option you want. In your, I'm just giving an example as call, and here you will get an option of greater, lesser, or any. The difference between these three is lesser will check for the specified number less than that strike, means LTP, and greater obviously will check for greater than that, and any will check for close by. Let's say if you are specifying number 100 here, the LTP number is 100 here, so now it will check for nearby numbers, means it might take 98, 97, or it might take 102, 103. Okay, so by this you can do that. So here one user is asking, I want to add lots whenever RSI goes below 30 to 20. How do I do that? So just now I have specified how to do that. Okay, so what you can do here is, as the number of lots selected here is already one. Okay, so while going on deployed page, when you click on deployed page, when you create this strategy, okay, so let's take, I'm just taking example. Okay, I'm just creating this strategy for example. So when we deploy here, we get an option of multiplier. Okay, so here you can select as 10x or 20x or 30x, whatever you want. So what multiplier function does is, if you are selecting the one stock in your position, just right now we have selected the one stock. Okay, right now we have selected the one stock. Okay, one position, sorry, one lot. So if you are using the 10x multiplier, so this one will be translated into 10, and whenever these conditions are getting satisfied, the lots will be taken as 10. Okay, so by this you can increase or decrease the number of lots you want. So one, it is asking, after satisfying the buy condition, again buy condition triggered after some time, I want to average the same positions. So to average the same positions, actually, what you can do is you can add simple a repair block, and in that repair block, if you will add, if the underlying is moving, if from certain points, you want to add another conditions based on their market price. So Dipesh is asking, is this session not for beginners? Definitely, Dinesh. This session is session is basically for beginners only. So here one user is asking how to compare option premiums of two different strikes. Two different strikes. 1 second. And execute a trade. So very much you can do that. By the means of actually options premium comparison, whether you are comparing the ATM options or whether you want to compare the options of some other strikes like ATM plus one, ATM with other strike or other means. Will you please elaborate on this? So one user is asking, can you make an entry condition add above 25 ADX, add above 25 plus DI as well as ADX moving upwards? You mean to say that ADX greater than 25 and DI plus also moving upwards? Is it so? Okay. So actually you can check out our YouTube channel for this. We have already created an ADX strategy for it. So in that video we have already we have discussed about ADX in a very detailed manner. You can check out that. Just type on YouTube Straightron's YouTube channel, and you will just type the ADX. You will get the video of it. Yeah, so you can also create the calendar spread for the same if you want. So for calendar spread, it is pretty much simple. We have just created a buy position here. Oh, sorry, sell position here. And for buying, we will just select the next expiry. That's it, and it will select a uh, calendar. It will create a calendar spread. So suppose if you are doing for put, I'm just selecting as Nifty 50. Okay. Instead of current month, we will select FX to next month. So what this keyword actually means is basically this keyword helps us to select the expiries, next coming expiries. Suppose if you want to trade in July month's expiry, what you can do here is simply click on 1. 0 represents the current expiry, 1 for next expiry, and 2 for after that means August expiry, and so on. Okay. So here you can click on submit. So this will select next month expiry. Quantity should be in lots. Because we have already bought the sold the call, we will buy the put in next expiry. Okay. So I'm just taking an example for this straddle. I'm just taking. Let's say we have sold this call of ATM. We are buying the put of next expiry, so it will create a calendar spread. You can similarly do it for buy call also. Pankaj is asking, what signal should my trading view send to TradeTron for buying and selling? So Pankaj, please browse our YouTube channel. There is a video for regarding TradingView, how to integrate your TradingView signals with TradeTron. So I will just give you a basic example, basic idea or structure, how it actually works. It works in a fashion like I'm just writing it down. So it works in this fashion. Okay. So basically this works in this fashion, means your signals are generated on TradingView, and based on that, based on your conditions of TradeTron, it will trigger the trade and it will pass on to your broker's account. I hope it is clear. Please check, Pankaj, please check our YouTube's video. There is a detailed video explaining how to integrate the TradeTron and how to use it, how to use the feature. Any other questions regarding any other queries you want to ask? So one user Kaushik Datta is asking, will we able to will it be able to create a strategy for swing trading which will sustain for weeks and keep the trades alive for weeks? Yes, Kaushik, it is very much possible. Because see, what you can do here is, with the same conditions, I'm taking an example. I'm taking as an example. Here we have created this NRML. So this NRML basically means as normal trade, that is carry forward trade for derivatives position. If you are selecting as MIS, your broker will square off your positions. So if your product type is NRML, you can definitely carry it out. And based on this profit based conditions or this technical condition, it will take an exit. So basically this complete strategy is swing only. It can work as intraday also if you want. So if you can minimize the time as for intraday, sorry, for swing trading, you can maximize the time as 1 day or 1 hour chart instead of this 5 minute. So you can check basis on that. And for that, it's simple. From this 5 minute, I'm just selecting as day. So the candle time frame will be day. Okay. So one user is asking, can you show example of nickel using moving average 20 crossover? Yeah, it is pretty much simple. See, I'm just copying it down here. For nickel also, what you just want to do is select on position for moving average. I hope I'm considering it as a simple moving average as per your requirement. So we will select here as SMA, that is simple moving average, -1 candle, that is previous candle. Okay, symbol I'm taking it as day only. You can modify as per your requirement. And from instrument, you will select here as MCX, that is commodity exchange, and you will select nickel. Make sure always you have to select current month. Always you should select the futures to check the conditions for MCX. Don't use spot prices. Okay. So with this, you can select SMA crossover condition. So if -1 SMA is lower than -2, so you can create the crossovers just like that. I hope it is clear. So with this SMA, you can click here on SMA and you can select the period. As your requirement was just 20 periods, so I have kept it like it is. You can modify it later if you want. Okay. So this condition will basically check for simple moving average of -1 and -2. And similarly, if you want to check on Nifty, you can simply click here. Instead of MCX, select here is NFO and just select here is Nifty 50. Okay. If you're using it as current one, then it will check on futures, as I said earlier. But if you are not selecting this current one, it will check on spot. Okay. So this is the SMA condition for Nifty 50 if you want. So one user is asking how to check previous three candles, highest high and highest low. Okay, nice question. So to check the highest high and highest low, what we can do is we can select position here again, because we want to check highest high of previous candles. That is that candles are nothing but the positions, like time frames, we can say, or specified time frames. So we are selecting as highest high keyword of -1. So in highest high, the period should be 3, because we want to check for 3 candles. Okay, and we are checking the high of that. Simple. Just select NFO, Nifty 50, or whatever instrument you want. Okay, so here we are, you can, from here you can select as now the time frame is day. You can select 5 minutes, 15 minutes as per your want. If you are selecting as 5 minute, it will check for previous 3 candles, and whatever will be the highest high value, it will return, this keyword will return that. And similar, if you want to check for lowest low, just select here from position, instead of highest high, just use lowest low, -1, and click on lowest low. Select the period as 3, series as low, because we are checking for previous 3 candles low, lowest low. Similarly, add the instrument. Okay, I hope it is clear to you. So one user is asking, can we design to check higher high and lower low formation? Yeah, basically you can use this condition only for lower low value and highest high value. If the previous means, if this previous 3 candles lowest low is greater than, sorry, is less than previous candle low close, so you can consider it as a reversal, I can say. So to check that, what you can do, I'm just removing these conditions, and let's say I'm just taking a new position. Okay, so what this condition is returning to us is, we are comparing the previous candles low value of last 3 candles. If close of previous candle is greater than these 3 candles, then definitely it means for reversal. Okay, so in this scenario, what we can do here is, we can just buy the call, or any bullish position can be created based on this. I hope, Arumugam, it is clear to you. So Arumugam, I mean to say that with this keyword, we are selecting the lowest low value. Okay, to check if the previous 3 candles low. So now we are comparing the previous 3 candles low with the previous close value. Let's say the previous 3 candles lowest low value is, now let's say Nifty is at 15,000. Okay, so previous low of 3 candles is 14,800, and previous close is 14,900. So we are comparing whether the previous low value is less than previous close value. So if that means, that definitely means that previous close is greater, correct? So if previous close is greater, then we will generate a buy signal, because it is a reversal trade, right? I hope now it is clear. So one user is asking about the how to close the trades based on SL. So I will just give you a basic idea about it, how to do that. So let's say our this call, we have to square off this call. So what we can do here is, apart from exit, we can also set a stop loss condition for the same. So to place a stop loss condition, what we can use is, we can use this LTP. Since our instrument is already traded, we will use this traded instrument name. In this, we will specify the leg and condition number. Okay, I'm just selecting the instrument as Nifty 50. As our set number is 1, condition number is 1, leg number is also 1. Now what does this mean actually? Okay, condition number, set number, and leg number. I will make it clear to you first that, see, here the set number is mentioned. Okay, so if we are just because we are using the only one set in our for this example purpose, so there is only set number, we are using one set. So the set number 1 comes from here. Condition number, we are specifying it for entry. Okay, because our position is in entry. So this is represented as condition number as 1. Similarly, this is the leg numbers. So for we are checking for buy, then the leg number will be 1. Suppose if you are checking for this sell, so our leg number will be 2. Okay, so now we are comparing if the LTP of that instrument is less than traded instrument. We are comparing the LTP with the entry price. Okay, Nifty 50, again the set number is 1, condition number is 1, leg number is 1, because we are checking for the first leg of the entry block. Okay, so now we are comparing. Let's say if you want to exit, if our entry price, if the LTP of the traded instrument is less than 10 rupee, so what we can do here is minus number 10. Okay, so now what we are checking here is, let's say if our traded instrument entry price was 100 rupee, okay, and the LTP is at 90 rupees. So this SL will get triggered because we are comparing the LTP with traded instruments entry price. So 100 minus 10, it is 90. So if the LTP goes down by 90 rupee, then it will exit. I hope it is clear to you. And similarly, you can also do it for some users. I may ask how to check for target. So similarly, you can place a target also for individual leg, like we have did for stop loss for individual leg. Simply just copy it down. Okay, so instead of less than, we will use greater than, because we are looking for target. We are using traded instrument plus the number should be 10. Okay, so now we are here, both these two conditions will check for that individual buy leg, because we are specifying the leg number as 1 here. Okay, okay, cool. There is no further query, I think. So let's get closed. Okay, let's wrap it up. I hope you have understood and this session was helpful to you. Okay, happy weekend, guys. Bye. Take care.